This week, round 21 of the AFL 100k Footy Show. Jev, the pyramid is back.
It is my best pyramid yet. I tore it down, restarted, and it is awesome. As always, we try and turn $10 into 100k betting on the footy. You got some legs for us this week, Das?
Jev, I've got some unbelievable legs, and I can tell you what, this show is better than this t-shirt. I'll tell you, it is.
I need some luck. This is the Lucky Swans shirt. Bring the luck. Hey, 2 Punters Clubs again this week.
Punters Club.
We give the codes in the show this time. We got the 10k Punters Club, and we got the...
Welcome back to the show that was 2 legs away from hitting 13.5k. The show that's about as good as Melbourne's defensive structures in the last quarter with Lever and May. As we approach another week of AFL's game of snakes and ladders, last week was embarrassing as the Bombers, the Swans and the Blues were battered. Welcome back to the show that preaches if you're not hot, then you're due. Fuck. The show that could mount an argument that Nick Dacos is just Harry Sheasel from Tamu. Ooh. As we enter round 21, ready to go, all guns blazing, the boys are back in the lab cooking up the best multi ever created. Welcome back to the 100k Footy Show, where every week we get our minute brains together, put $10 on a multi and try and win $100,000 punting on the footy. Boys, it's good to be back.
Great introduction, Das.
I just butchered that middle bit when I looked up.
Tamu. Boys, what's the difference between 4 car tyres and 365 used condoms?
What's that?
One's a good year, one's a bloody great year. That's good stuff. Lewis, how are you, brother?
I am awesome. I'm happy to be here. And you know why? Because I don't know if you saw during the week that Dan Gorringe, I saw from Dan Gorringe, Dan Does Footy, that Tassie might have a song. I don't know if you heard the song. It was funny. I did some deep diving about Tassie. Do you know what the highest selling greeting card is in Tasmania, Das?
What's that?
Happy birthday, Uncle Dad. Found that during the week, so how can you not be good? Round 21.
Yeah.
It's fucking, as you would say to us, the back end of the year.
It is the back end.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Just want to also go through that you are currently 2 places at once. You're currently playing for Spain in the basketball, if anyone hasn't seen. Did you actually post the photo?
I did post the photo, yeah. I missed a couple of free throws from what I saw, and then I was on the bench, so I was knackered.
So we're thinking about doing a little post. If you reckon anyone looks like Morgs, we're going to get it up.
It's a
Willem Drew,
Cottrell,
Lance Whitnell.
that North Melbourne guy we posted. Come North Melbourne!
Who else do we say? Matty Roberts for the Swans.
It's a shit list.
Shitty list.
Shitty list. It's good. All right, boys, back in the studio. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to start off with good legs, bad legs, boys. So for anyone that doesn't know, we like to review last week's multi. So we start off with our bad legs, or we call them stiff legs, because usually they're pretty stiff, and then we go through our good legs. So obviously we're going to go through all the legs that we had. Jev, what were your stiff legs?
So I had Noah Anderson for 25. He had 23. First time this year he had under 25 at home. Fucking frustrating.
Yeah, stiff.
Brad Hill, 15. He had 11. The first time this year.
The Camels
Steak. The first time this year he didn't have 15 under the lid. Chad for 20 and 1. First time in 13 weeks he didn't have 20. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And then Logan McDonald for 2. He kicked 1 and went to centre half back.
Yeah.
So it's hard to kick goals and centre half back, isn't it, Luke?
Yeah, it is.
What about you? Who'd you have?
I wanted to say that epitomises the 100k, the Brad Hill bet. It's like it sounds like an awful loss, but the form was there, and that's all we can do sometimes is just go by the numbers. My stiff legs, Kyle Langford anytime. I thought after the review he was going to bounce back, and he'll have an even worse review this week, I reckon, and we'll use it. Corey Wagner for 15. He rolled his ankle badly on the far wing. I don't know. He was on fire for a little bit there. He was like sort of McLeodish.
We actually had someone message in a multi. For some serious touch.
And he must have money. He must have Wagner.
He listened to the pod.
He was like, on fire. He had a shot at goal. He shelled it wide, but still a disposal. But Heaney anytime obviously didn't kick one. We thought he might go forward, so that's stiff definitely. Yep. And then Fogarty for 2. I just think we've got to stop backing Crows forwards, because I think Crows we get sucked in a little bit by their exciting football, but
He dogged a lot of people's multis. He just didn't even register one. I don't think I forgot to say at the start, but we went 24 out of 33 legs.
So 8 losing
that's
legs.
That's a good attempt.
So it's not too bad. So my bad legs, boys, it was just Cody Waitman for a snag.
And how he didn't kick one.
3 points. He missed 1 in the goal square, and he had 2 really good looks at goal. And he was one of our ones in our 4x100 punters club, which absolutely dogged us.
Good week from you. So what'd you go? 8 or 9, something like that?
Oh, I think I got 11 out of 12.
Oh, well done, mate.
I had a good week. Jev, good legs.
Caleb Tarong, 25. Josh Treacy for 2, Dan Rioli for 20, Dylan Moore for 15, Marviol Chol for 1, Riley Thilthorpe for 2.
Well
what about you, Lou?
Came up late as
Came
well.
up late.
Had the double Bobby Hill and Dan McStay both kick one in the Pies
Nice.
game. Me and Mishu on the Discord. On the Discord. He gave us the Errol Goulden 25 league.
Yeah.
We both like that. That was good. Jacob Van Rooten and Tooten. He's in a good form. Good little patch of form, old
Yes,
Jacob Van Rooten
yes,
and
the
Tooten.
Toots.
And I wanted to sneak this. Will Day for 20, another star. He had 20 on the dot.
Star.
But we didn't get it in the multi, but Malcolm Rojas Jr. has returned to form. He was as lively as all hell. The sharpest
yeah.
elbows in the comp. He's not in a multi again, actually.
Yeah,
but
no, Friday night league.
correct.
Night.
Ramble.
So, well, in the Royal Ramble, we'll get into that.
Good legs, Danaher 2, Jesse Hogan 2, Viney 20, Hayden Young 20, Mudflat for 1, Libber for 20, Bond 20, Newcomb 20, Warple 20, Ginnivan 2 at 255, and the Wiz for 1.
Great legs.
Great week from you.
If
Great
Cody
legs.
kicks one, that's just good
Perfect
betting.
week.
So we're right on track.
Yeah,
and
we
we
are.
think when we do this multi as well, we think we're right there. Morgs, the Ramble, how long until we're there? And
Yeah,
can you
look-
explain what is the Ramble? for
Yeah,
the
so
new
the
listeners?
Ramble, obviously, we've got 2 Friday night games this week, which we don't know why. So the last time we had 2 Friday night games was due to Mother's Day, which I think is a bit of a cop-out personally, but no Mother's Day, no Father's Day this week. But obviously the 100K multi does not include the Friday night game. So we thought we want to still have a bit of a chat about it. So a bit of an unstructured part of the show. Once we've done the 100K multi, we'll have a chat about those 2 games. What are those games?
Yeah, so
Daz?
we got Dogs Melbourne at under the lid at the Ice House, and then they've sort of just buried West Coast Gold Coast in there at 8:10.
And then we got Saturday night games with Port Sydney and Carlton Collingwood
At the same time,
What are we
Saturday
doing?
night. Stop
It's
it.
bullshit.
But anyway, yeah, about 30 minutes away, 25 minutes away, we'll start rambling about those games.
All right, everyone, now listen up. Over the course of the last 5 weeks, a herd of football enthusiasts have acquired and inspired amount of intellect. During 3 consecutive dinners and a long lunch, a cattle of savants have scoured and devoured, feeling inquisitive and empowered. They've done it. They have finalised the rich tapestry, which is the greatest segment in all of sports, fronted by our man Jev, chairman of the committee, the Round 21 AFL Player Pyramid. It's the Pyramid with Jeff.
Well done.
Oh,
This
thanks
is
so
good.
much,
I'm
Alex. Well
excited.
read. Well read. We haven't done the pyramid in 5 weeks. I've missed the
Yeah,
pyramid.
I agree.
And I have shaken the tree.
Wow, good.
I've shaken
About
the tree.
time.
I'm going to get to the changes at the end. I'm going to go through the pyramid
Okay.
first. I'm going to say who's out and stuff at the
Like it.
end.
Okay.
Who was stiff, everything. But I'm just going to get into it. Bottom row.
So for anyone that's new to the pyramid, these are the top 21 players in the AFL. So there can only be one at the top, and then the second tier, there's 2 players. The third tier, there's 3 until we go. How many tiers? 5 tiers. 6 tiers gets us to 21 players in the triangle, in the
Done.
pyramid.
Right now in the AFL.
So we're starting from the bottom, the base.
21. Bottom row. A real mixed bag.
Here we go.
Isaac Heaney. Tom Green.
Wow.
Cam Rayner.
Yep.
Zach Merritt.
Cam Rayner.
Zach Merritt, Jamara Ugle-Hagen, and Jeremy Cameron. Welcome back, Tom Green and Jeremy Cameron. On the Giants' 4-game win streak, Tom Green is averaging 34 touches and he's kicking a few goals. He's had 37 weeks in a row. His consistent midfield dominance gets him his spot back. And Jez, the pyramid looks silly without him. Since Hawkins went down, he's kicked 17 goals in 7 weeks and nearly 17 points.
Fuck.
He's a stud. He's getting
Yeah.
his shots on goal. Down, Isaac Heaney and Zach Merritt. The 2 unfortunate out-of-form superstars. Isaac clearly couldn't maintain what he was doing at the start of the season. Still playing okay footy, but the Swans are losing more, and there's just players playing better than him at the moment. So we want to get them back to their winning ways.
Yep.
And Zach Merritt is still playing good footy, but the Bombers have absolutely dogged the last 3 weeks.
100%.
And it needs to be explained. And do you need to look at leadership? He is the leader of that club.
I think he's having a go. I don't think anyone else will come with him, but
He
it's
being the
warranted.
best cap, he being the best captain he can be. Still a great player, having a great season. Just guys are in front of him. And welcome 2 of the most informed players in the comp, Jamara Ugle-Hagen and Cam Rayner.
Awesome.
Well done,
Jamara's
boys.
kicked 4, 4 and 4 his last 3 weeks, leading the league in score involvements his last month. Is just a handful for any opposition at the moment. And Cam Rayner has been going nuts. The Lions are on an 8-game win streak. He's kicked 14 goals, averaging nearly 20 touches and just changing games.
It's good going.
As far as all number 1 draft picks go, he's playing the best footy at the moment of all
Awesome.
number 1 draft picks. He makes his debut in the pyramid.
Are
Well
they- yeah, Jamara's debut as well.
Jamara's debut
well
as
done,
well.
guys.
Well done,
Awesome.
lads.
Next row,
Exciting.
Will Day,
Wow.
Zach Butters, Jesse Hogan, Charlie Curnow, and Tom Stewart.
Nice.
The hottest player at the hottest club, Will Day. This name could easily be Dylan Moore, John Newcomb, even James Sicily, but I think Will Day is their best, most important player. He's the barometer, and he's on this level representing how well Hawthorn are actually playing.
Yeah, he's almost representing the Hawks.
He's representing the Hawks.
Love it.
Zach Butters just does Zach Butters. Tag him, he'll still work hard and be a great teammate, blocking, doing all the other stuff. Don't tag him, he'll kill you. Whatever you do, the only thing you know is he'll whack you and he'll get fined. So he will get fined for the pyramid. Welcome back, Tom Stewart. What a player. He finally figured out how to break the tag and get back to his All-Australian best. They've won 4 of their last 5. He's averaged 27 touches in those 5, and he's just on fire. Charlie Curnow, they've lost 3 of the last 4, but it isn't through a lack of effort from Charlie. Still the common leader, still kicking goals. Needs to chuck him on his back this week against Collingwood. Needs to kick a bag of 7, 6 or 7. Win the game. He's been kicking too many points. He's getting his chance. He's getting double teamed. He's working his ass off. Want to see a big bag. And welcome for the first time ever, Jesse Hogan.
Really awesome.
Jesse is an absolute gun. He's playing like the perfect full forward at the moment. Top of the goal square, clunking everything. Doesn't miss. He's kicked 20 goals from his last 21 shots at goal.
Awesome. 20 in his last 21.
20 shots. His last 21 shots at goal, he's kicked 20 goals. Awesome. 4, 4, 4, and 5. His last 4 weeks on the Giants' 4-game win streak. What's that? 8, 12, 17 goals in 4 weeks.
No wonder they're winning.
He is on fire.
That's awesome.
He's a contested mark king. He's just playing.
Loves it in the wet.
Second to the common. Only like 3-4 goals behind Charlie. So he's coming. Next row, we're up to 4. Errol Goulden, Caleb Sarong, Andrew Brayshaw, and Adam Treloar.
Andrew Brayshaw's come up.
Goulden, Sarong, we all know how good they've been from start to finish this year. Neither of them really play a truly bad game. Up comes Adam Treloar. How good of a football is Adam Treloar playing right now? He deserves to be this high. Will 100% make All-Australian. 40, 31 and 3, and 38 touches his last 3 games.
And wins.
22 and 2 if you go his last 4 games.
Wow.
He is on fire. He was amazing against the Swans on the weekend. And welcome back, Andrew Brayshaw. This is his last 4 week starts.
Talk to me.
36 and 1. 41 touches. 23 and 1. 35 and 1. His last 4 weeks, he's the hardest working defensive midfielder in the game at the moment. He pairs perfectly with Caleb Sarong, and there's something special happening at Fremantle at the moment.
They can feel it.
They can feel it. These two work their ass off for each other. They pair, they go together like peanut butter and jelly. They are awesome. Next,
Never tried it.
the young goats. Pick your poison. None of these teams would trade their players for the other. Nick Dacos, Harry Sheasel, and Chad Warner.
Wow.
Nick's just Nick, the baby goat. He's number 1. His number and position have taken a bit of a hit because of how bad the Pies are. But the worst rating premiers of all time, we all sort of know that. But credit to Nick, he finally overtook Isaac Heaney at number 1 on the coaches' votes this week. 40 touches on the weekend. He's still just a star. Chad Warner has played 1 bad game for the season. It was on the weekend. But apart from that, he's been absolutely fucked this year. He's kicked 29 goals for the year as a midfielder. The same as Jaya Miss, Marbiol Chol, Eric Hipwood, more than Cozzy Pickett, Aaron Norton, Bobby Hill, Tex. He's still top 10 for coaches' votes. He's a midfielder and he's kicked more than all those guys. 29 goals from a midfielder. He would walk up and start for absolutely any team. And Harry Sheasel, we've been saying it for a month now. He's as good as any player in the comp, and you can easily argue he's number 1 in the comp.
You could argue.
However you like it, he passes it. Eye test, stats, champion data. He is just dominating. However, all of them.
100%.
Imagine he played for Collingwood or Hawthorn or Dogs, one of the informed teams on fire at the moment. We'd say he's the best player in the comp. Next row, we're up to the final 3.
I'm loving this.
Second row from the top. Patrick Cripps, Marcus Bontempelli. Patrick Cripps is putting the Blues on his fucking shoulders at the moment, and he needs someone to come with him. He's the Brownlow favourite and probably one more good game away. He's one more good game away from sewing it up. In their last 3 losses, Das, he's had 25 on the weekend, 28 and 2, 33 and 2. What more can he do for the Blues?
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job. He's the Brownlow favourite. I can't put him lower than that. He's just on fire. And Bont, the best player on the hottest team, he's just going about his business and trusting his teammates at the moment and picking his spots. He has Norm Smith written all over him this year. You can just tell he's picking his spots. Could argue he's going to be All-Australian captain.
He's definitely come up.
That's a great call.
Could argue he's going to be All-Australian captain.
Think of it.
As soon as Merritt was down.
And as I say all the time, so his numbers aren't as like eye-popping as the other, but You watch Bont, he's like the perfect footballer. If you're
all
on
the
the AFL game and you're building a player from scratch, you're building Bontempelli. He's, what is he, 6'4", he can take a mark, he's clean, he's tough, he kicks goals. He's like the, his
He
hair's
kicks
good.
that goal on his left every week.
Yes, every
He's
week.
awesome.
And the best player in the competition,
Here we go.
number one on the pyramid,
Here we
the
go.
reigning Brownlow medalist and potential 3-time Brownlow medalist,
Bobby Skill.
Lockie Neal.
Well done.
How's some of his numbers in the last 4 weeks?
Cooked.
35-1, 18, bit of a mulligan.
That's okay.
34-2, 36-3.
Wow.
He's averaging 31 touches and a goal on their 8-game win streak they're on.
That's wild.
They're as hot as anyone, the Lions. I reckon he's become Mr. Fourth Quarter. So I've done some research on this. He only had 21 touches grand final day. 5 touches in the last quarter when the game was on the line. I reckon he was filthy at himself.
He
I
was.
reckon he was filthy at himself.
He was on the Tom Mitchell pod. He was filthy. He couldn't get into it.
The last 5 weeks, he's basically averaging 9 touches and a goal in the fourth quarter. I reckon he's got himself as fit as possible for one last crack of, well, not last crack, but like to be
Set himself.
as fit as he possibly can be going into fours to win games off his own boot. He started playing that centre forward role a bit more. He kicked the sealer against Gold Coast on the weekend. He is playing the best footy in the
I
comp
love him
right
so
now
much.
on the hottest team. So Lockie Neal,
Well done, mate.
he's
That's awesome.
Well done.
Well deserved.
the top of the pyramid. Here's the players that went out of my last pyramid. There was 7 outs.
Okay,
Good.
that's huge.
Nick Blakey, people
Yep.
are just
Yeah.
playing better than him.
Yep.
Noah Anderson, if he's not getting it done at home, he's fucking not getting
He's
it out. Jordan Dawson, big concuss, Adelaide Cheeks, gone.
Yep.
Ben King was gone about 24 hours after my last
So I
pyramid.
wanted to say, you know, said Jesse Hogan, he's kicked 20 goals out of his last 21 shots. Ben King is kicked 1 goal out of his last 13 shots.
13
on goal.
shots. He doesn't kick him.
He's got the yips.
That
Yeah,
is
he does.
so fucked.
He was 42-17 before that though. Like he was dominating.
Is that Max playing for Gold Coast?
Oh,
Breast milk.
Isaac Rankin, we just don't see him play. He's a
Yeah.
fucking star when he plays. We don't see him.
That's okay.
Gone.
Max Gawn and Sam Walsh, both stiff, but guys are playing better
Yep.
than both of them.
I agree.
And then these were the extremely stiff. Number one extremely stiff was Jack Sinclair.
I thought he was going to say
Really?
Nick Watson.
Yeah.
No, Jack Sinclair. I had to pick between him and Cam Rayner, a halfback or a centre forward. I picked Rayner. They go head to head this weekend, so this could be instantly right or instantly wrong.
Yep.
I could have egg on my face, or I could be on the right. They're nearly going to play on each other.
I would have
So
gone
we'll
with
see.
you with Rayner, by the way.
Yeah, same.
Lockie Whitfield, he's stiff. He's stiff.
He's been
He
good.
takes too many kickouts.
Yeah.
Like his stats are padded by kickouts. Toby Green's coming, but he's not stiff yet. Dane Zorko, Hugh McCluggage, Oscar McInerney, Joe Danaher, Josh Dunkley, all the infield
Yep.
lines. You could nearly put them in there. They're all playing well. And John Newcomb, super stiff. He's just a good footballer.
Yep.
Watching him go forward on the weekend against the Crows, I was so impressed. Like,
How good was that one-on-one?
so impressed. So he's going to take his game to another level next year and become a pyramid player, I reckon.
Have you seen he looks like, with that haircut, he looks like the human version of Shrek.
Yes, I saw that.
Poor bloke.
It's identical.
I didn't see it.
So that
Good for
is
him. That's
the round 21
well done,
pyramid.
Jeff.
Well done,
Any
Jeff.
arguments? Anything you want to talk about, Das?
I just love, with Bont, I love the fact that you watch him and he doesn't have to take over games as much. It's like, yeah, the Dogs are playing a really good team footy, but he kicks that fucking goal on his left every week.
He like
finds it.
follows Norton up to the contest and he's behind
He
him,
finds it
crumbs
everywhere. I love that you've chucked Chalky up top. I love that Sheasel, that's how high he was.
Jamara, does Jamara deserve to be in there? Recent
yeah,
form
I
he
am,
does.
for sure.
Whole season he doesn't.
Well,
But
I made a note that I love how much the pyramid rewards winning.
Well, so
Yeah.
what
It
I
has
think,
to.
I like, and so Andy Brayshaw, like another one, Freo in third in the ladder.
the only harsh thing is, say we've got 4 key forwards there now. So Jamara, Jez. Oh no, we've got Tom Stewart. So he's the only real key defender.
Like
seriously good enough to be in
Kel
there.
Wilkie's awesome,
Yeah.
but he's just not there.
No, he's not.
Yeah, top 21. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's hard to crack top 21, isn't it?
Wiedering, awesome. Like people are saying he's not playing his best footy, still awesome, but he's not there.
Yeah,
21.
It's tough.
I honestly think the fact that Tom Stewart was where he was, we could have almost snuck Chris Scott in. Because that was an absolute masterstroke. To break that tag 5 weeks ago and
they
to
reckon
let
He
him
does
know he's a
nothing
pyramid
different.
player.
He does nothing different. He's just at the stoppage, then he just ducks out the back and he goes plays behind the ball loose.
Chris
Hell
Scott
of a
is
pyramid,
awesome.
lads.
Well done. What
Alright,
a segment,
We should
Jeff.
do a coach pyramid one day, Das.
All right, boys. Punters Club. Jeb, last week we had the 10K Punters Club, which was lost by a leg. We had the 4x100 Punters Club, which lost by a leg. Jeb, tell us how.
So, yeah, last week, 10K Punters Club, as always, we're just doing the 10K Punters Club every week till it fucking wins. The only leg that lost last week, Chad Warner, 20 touches. He's had it 13 weeks in a row. It's one of those legs we put in like, that's a tick. What do we worry about? It was basically the fucking perfect multi, except Chad had 16 or whatever. He
11.
11. He had a shocker.
His brother had 16.
Oh, there you go. He just had a shocker. Fucking frustrating. So the 10K Punters Club is back. Here is the Bet with Mates code if you want to be in the 10K Punters Club this week, round 21 edition. 55A2DY.
Yep.
55A2DY.
Right.
It's $10 entry. Usually we get 100 people in there. We have $1,000 on a 10-1 multi over the weekend. Usually starts Saturday. We'll miss the early Saturday game. Starts Saturday, Arvo.
Cracky game.
We love everyone in there. It's so much fun to ride all weekend. I look at it about 100 times in online sports. It's so much fun. Das, tell us what the 4x100K, because we forgot to talk about this last
we've got the 4x100. So obviously we've got the 10K, but we're trying to win 100 grand over 4 weeks. Yep. So if hopefully we get 100 people in, which we have the last couple of weeks, so you got $1,000 to bet with, and we try and put that all on a $3.50 multi to win 3,500. Then we roll all that on again the next week to try and win around 10 grand. Yep. Then 10 grand on another 350 multi to win in 30, and then hopefully the third week we put $30,000 on another $3.50 multi to win 100 grand for the Punters Club. So last week we had an 8-legger. The only leg that we needed was Cody Waitman for a snag. He kicked 3 points, as we mentioned.
He
had 3 good looks.
shots.
So we have to start again. So the code is LBGTQ69. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the code. This is the code.
9XP.
Oh, I keep saying Q instead of X.
7FT. That is going to be impossible to edit. Here, we'll just beat this last couple minutes. Try again.
Here's the code. 9XP7FT. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck.
That's the code.
If that is a summary of how this Punters Club's going.
That is the code. All right, guys, we're going to crack into it. First game, here we go. We're starting off with a 100K multi. So the first game.
The third Friday night game.
The Friday night game. So we're starting on Saturday in the Ice House. North Melbourne, Richmond. Jev, any legs? Who do you like?
No legs for me. No legs for me, Das. Now, I'm going to leave this game. I'm a bit nervous. I hate losing in the first game. I had Anderson last week for 25, and we were done by fucking done by 6 o'clock. And I had Brad Hill for 15. The multi was dead by the time I finished footy. So
yeah,
actually I finished at 2. So
dead.
I don't start at 5.
So no legs.
Well, no legs for me.
I love no one hates losing in the first game more than me, but somehow I've been dished this leg. I'm usually against anything under $1.10. That's my rule. But believe it or not, we need confidence. So I had to think about it, Darth. This thing won't hit without confidence and positivity.
Yes.
Like, that is what we need. You know what creates confidence?
What's that?
Green ticks. Give me the Arden Street Souvlaki, Nick Larkey for one.
One snag from Larkey.
$1.06.
Under the lid.
He's in unbelievable form. The Tigers are cheeks. Listen to this form. 3-2. 3-3. He's a star. His mate, Zaharakis, just signed on for another 5 years, so he'll be up and about. This is a great bet. We walk out of this game with a tick for $1.06. Lucky for one. Thanks very much.
I don't have a leg, but I've got a little bit of a discussion for y'all as we come into it. So we start talking about Pyramid. We start talking about All Australian. So I got sent this by Josh Wilson, good friend Josh, big North Melbourne supporter. This is by the Teflon Snake about Tristan Xerri. If he misses based on these projections, then he'll go down as the greatest criminal act in All Australian selection history. No ruckman in history has gone near these tackle numbers. Only Nick Nat came close to the clearance and tackles. If we have a look at this, Jev, so if we're looking at the greatest players over the last, 5 years. So Grundy, Nat Nui, gone English. He's almost passing all of them in hit-outs, clearances and tackles.
So you reckon he's an All-Australian ruck?
He's having the greatest All-Australian form as far as hit-outs, clearances and tackles over the last 5 years, where Grundy's been All-Australian twice, Nat Nui, Gawn and English. Does Xerri have a legitimate chance? Because Gawn's been out a bit. We look at Grundy out.
I think he has a legitimate chance. My only argument would be if they've got Tristan Xerri All-Australian ruck, Harry She's an All-Australian lock, LDU should probably nearly make the squad of 40. Nick Larkey made it last year, kicked 70 goals. He's going to kick close to 50 again. And they've won 2 games for the year.
I love it.
How can they have 4 All-Australians and have 2 wins?
Their back line.
No, it's nothing to do with that. You
and
can't.
their wingers.
No, you can't. Dylan Stevens, no.
And their forward pockets. It's
84.
No, it's a good call. But
he's more mid-forward.
Do the All-Australian...
Here's the deal. If Tristan Xerri makes it, Harry Sheasel can't. Can't have 2 from North Melbourne. They've had 2 wins.
But if we're just going ruck position.
Xerri can make it, just Sheasel can't. It's fine.
Let's go.
Does the
Cheese on
All-Australian
bench.
team traditionally reward winning? I don't think it has to.
No,
Does it though?
No, when the Cats were on fire, they used to have like 7 All-Australians.
That's a good
The
point.
Swans
Remember the Cats had 9.
Yeah, that's a great
They had
point.
9 in 2009, 2007.
It rewards
The helmeted Hercules is in.
The helmeted Hercules is in. No legs in this game. Next game, here we
got
go.
the Larkins.
Yeah, we got the Larkins.
One leg.
the one to kick. He should kick the first.
Larkarakas.
Big final.
Here we go. Next game, boys. Geelong and Adelaide. All right, this is down at the Cattery. It's going to be a thin oval. Make sure you don't bet on wingers.
Well
Jeff,
lit.
anything that you like?
Give me the winger. No, okay. I'll tell you who can't defend tolls. The Adelaide Crows.
No, they can't.
All big forwards get off the chain against them. I'm taking Jeremy Cameron at GMHBA Stadium for 1 goal.
Oh, awesome.
Just one.
Yep.
Just one. He's kicked 2, 3, and 4. His last 3 against the Crows.
Yep.
If Jez doesn't kick one at GMHBA, I'll...
In your head.
Because you'll hold me to it. And it won't grow back.
Get him a toupee.
Just Jez won. In the ramble, I've got to talk about the multi later as we
Can't
go
wait.
on. But Jez won. Larky won. Should be 2 green ticks. You got any legs in this, Das?
Morgs, do you have any?
No, I shouldered arms.
Yeah,
Das.
beautiful. So I went to have Tom Stewart for 20 touches, but it's a little bit too short. It's only $1.06.
Yeah, we don't like
as I
under
said, but
touches.
I do have something a little bit juicier because
Please.
Tom Stewart's the type of guy you'd bring over to screw in a light bulb, mow the lawns, or plug your old girl. He's just tough, dependable, and can do it all. His last 3 games at home, boys, 23, 26, 26. That's at home. That's why I liked him for 20. But his last 2 games at home against Adelaide, he's had 24 and 40.
Wow.
He's $23 for 40 touches if you want to have a
here we
sprinkle
go.
like that.
I like it.
So
Tell you what. Taylor will play on him and always does well the other way. Ben Keys.
he does.
Ben Keys could kick 2 or 3 on Tom
Yes.
Stewart. I
40
swear he
and
does.
Ben Keys for 2.
I swear he does. Yeah, Ben Keys 2, Tom Stewart 40. We're having a buck
The
on
only
it.
thing that worries me about Keezer is the skinny ground. Because there's more shadows and he likes a bit of sun, the boy.
Yeah, beautiful.
I'm often getting strangers around to plug my old girl too, so it's good to know we can use Tom.
All right, next game, boys. Here we go. This is a blockbuster Saturday
Huge.
night. Can't believe there's a double header on. Be better AFL. Collingwood, Carlton, Pendle's 400th. Lot to play for, both sides. If the Blues lose, geez, I'll tell you what. There's going to be
the
some
roast.
tight assholes. Jeff, anything in this one?
Give me Scott Pendlebury for 20 at $1.32. It's his fucking 400th game. 400, Lewis.
Oh, that's a lot of football.
He debuted in round 10, 2006. 2006. We were just discovering that thing in our jocks in 2006 and Pendles was debuting. He joined the first kick, first goal club that night. His first kick, he kicked the goal.
Meat
You were
and two
12,
veg.
just with a little stiffy, weren't you? And he was kicking the skin.
Morgs was tugging it.
He loves playing the Blues. He's had 20 his last 4 times against them. Pendles for 20 in his 400th. What a star. Where do you rank Pendles all time off the top of your head from the year 2000? If you were doing just a pyramid off the top of your head, would Pendles be in the top 21 players?
Top 21.
Yeah. Would he be in the pyramid in the year 2000?
His peak, he's just like almost, like, can't compare to LeBron, but it's just once he's come in, he's just excellent.
Do it
just
quickly.
for
You
so
got
long.
Judd, Ablett, Curtis.
Who would you have higher on the pyramid? Who would you?
Where's Pendlebury?
This will go down terribly. Who would you have higher on the pyramid, or would you have them on the same tier? Marcus Bontempelli or Scott Pendlebury?
What, all time?
Yeah. Who would you have?
Right now.
As a footballer?
Like, are we valuing longevity?
It's your decision. It's up to you. Your list. Say they're ranked 11th and 12th from the year 2000.
Am I drafting a player?
No. You just right now.
I need some context.
Yeah, there's got to be
Yeah,
context.
you got to have context.
It's a list from the year 2000. Say Ablett Junior's 1.
Right now, Pendles, definitely. But I
Higher
think
than
Bont
Bont.
will get him, I think, though.
Okay. So Pendle's 20.
Well done, Pendle. That's a great
He's
I
400.
forgot about the multi there. Das. 90K odd at the G. Prime time Saturday night. You just adore this. So I want to shout out someone from the Discord. Dina's Mustard. We got some mail and I couldn't love it more. So the last time they met this home and away season, there was 12 different goal scorers. So that's great mail.
It is good mail.
16 snags from 25 scoring opportunities. So the game plan sort of meshed. So Dan McStay anytime, $1.20. The fullest of forwards, this bloke at the moment. He looks fresh. He looks happy to be there. He looks like a good bet. Into Matt Owies anytime. 100% this bloke pisses with the seat down.
Whoa, you reckon?
All right, 100%. He's the sort of bloke that would bowl absolute thunderbolts at your younger cousins. Like, that's the sort of bloke he is. Pisses on your seat, Thunderbolt to your
So
cousins.
you're not saying he sits down on the toilet. If
No,
the
he
seat's down,
stands.
he just stands. and
He
piss all over
puts it down to piss.
He doesn't fuck around.
No, it does not fuck. Piss on your seat.
Nice.
$1.28. He's that selfish, this bloke. He hasn't seen the side of a goal he doesn't like.
He'd fart in a lift.
He
No
would,
worries.
100%. $1.28 is too good for the little selfish. So give us Matty Owies for one in the mixed day. It's a good double.
Also, if you want the rest of that intel, Dina's Mustard put an absolute paragraph.
Oh, awesome.
It was like a Lord of the Rings chronicle in there.
He had to insta DM us to say, I've put a paragraph in, boys. I could have gone more.
It was awesome. Boys, give me Charlie Curnow for 3 snags at $1.70. Look, in his last Baker's dozen against the Pies, we all remember what he did last time, obviously against Darcy Moore, when he kicked 6. He hung 6 on Darcy Moore's head.
6.
And then he also gave him the Arabian goggles on his eyelids
Another
that put him
one.
to sleep. So I just love him. 17 goals in his last 5 games against the Pies.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
enough for me. We have to win this. Harry should come back from that concussion, COVID, whatever it was, bruised cock. $1.70, boys, 3 snags. It just has to win.
well done.
Anything else?
Nothing for me.
Nothing, mate.
So I've got one. So Gary Lyon and Jonathan Brown said that this kid looks like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. And he's been playing like it, but not this week. Sam Walsh for 25 touches at $1.21. This is last 5 against the Black and White Birds. 33, 29, 35, 39, 29.
Yeah, he gets a lot of it.
That's good form. So
Good
he's
back
averaging
month.
about 33 touches a game against the Pies over his last 5. So
They have to win
Yeah,
this.
he'll be
Have
filthy.
to win.
He'll be so
Have to
fired
win.
up.
He got pinned holding the ball a couple of times at court. He was just
Nice.
standing on the mark fuming.
Yeah,
Has to win.
No, he'll be right to
So
go.
those boys. Next game, here we go.
Final.
Port Adelaide and Sydney. This is obviously over in Adelaide. Jev, huge game. I don't think there's a real much of a ground advantage. I will say the odds because it's not now versus the bookies because I couldn't believe this. But Port Adelaide are head to head currently now. What time stamping Tuesday night at 9:32 p.m. Port Adelaide are $1.89. Sydney are $1.95. I can't believe that. Jev, any legs?
Mulligan! Chad Warner had a shocker on the weekend. A goddamn shocker. And it cost us the 10K Punters Club. Fuck. But I'm giving him a mulligan. He's had a top 5 most
Awesome.
consistent season in the comp this year. I'm going back to the well and I'm taking him for 20 again. We all know he just had a shocker. You just have a mulligan sometimes. You just have a bad game. Lockie Neal had 18 a couple of weeks ago.
It happens.
It just happens. I'm giving him a mulligan. We're going back to the well. 20 touches, $1.22. It had hit 13 games in a row before missing on the weekend.
Yeah.
We trust it. We trust Chad. We love Chad.
Yep.
I don't think he's injured. I think he just had a shocker.
Yeah, it happens.
So we'll give him the mulligan. Moving on, Lewis.
I love the mulligan alarm. That's good.
Did I scare you?
But yeah, I liked it.
So loud in the cans.
You go through the stats in this game, Das, and I find a guy, and it's honestly like looking into the mirror. I'm talking about Matt Roberts. Now, if you zoom in on me,
It's good.
it hurts a touch. But not only am I a fan of Matty Roberts, my wife, Jev, is actually a fan of Matty Roberts.
she likes
Really?
to hear it
So much so I actually got this from...
This is good stuff.
Good stuff.
This is good.
So much so... She's gone and got some artwork of herself and Matty
Her
Roberts.
and Matty Roberts.
Look at that mustache. It's like an eyebrow that's come down for a drink,
That
Jev.
is. That is.
Has she ever got married to Matty Roberts? We've got some photos.
Matty
Good
Roberts
stuff.
and
Stuart Morgs' wife.
your lovely wife.
What have you guys?
This is Georgia and Matt Roberts. Georgia and Matt Roberts having a kiss on the stairs. Georgia and Matt Roberts walking down the aisle. So we love the Roberts in this household for $20.41. We have to bank on the form.
It's so good.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Is that
but
Willem Drew?
we're not going to have too much longer for this, Jeff.
Lance.
So you got Malikan out. Rampy out.
Mulligan
Who else?
out.
Mulligan out. We've got a few out. So he's not going to have the game time that he's got for if it wants to get to September. So coming off 36 against the Dogs in that loss, 23 the week before.
Takes the kick out.
22 against the Roos. This is Cassius Clay. $1.41's an awesome bet just for 20. My wife loves him and so do I.
Beautiful. Matty Roberts. Boys, give me the man that shagged his way through Adelaide 3 times. Zach on Toast Butters. 25 touches, $1.38. Had 27 last time against the Lake Birds. I'm not scared if someone goes to him.
No, you shouldn't be.
Good. We've seen over the
too
last
athletic.
few weeks that he actually likes to try and shake the tag and start to work his way through it. $1.38 is a premium price, boys.
It is actually.
For
You're right.
25.
It actually really
If we just think good players, like we look at last week, how many ones we got right. So if good players just do their job, they just get it. $1.38.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Come on. I'm taking it. Zach Butters. Jev, anything else?
You know, in the NBA,
Yes.
how players love playing at Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steph broke the 3-point record there and went there in 2013, had 54 points, 11 threes. It just felt huge doing it in New York.
Enormous.
Massive. Or on Feb 2nd, 2009, Kobe Bryant had 61 points at Madison Square Garden. 2 days later, LeBron had 54 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists in the Garden.
Jesus Christ.
Here you go.
Guys just love having a big game at the Garden. What about Joel Amartey at Adelaide Oval? After kicking 9 goals there earlier this year, he gets to go back to the Garden and have another monster written all over it. He has a monster written all over it. Give me Joel Amartey for 2 goals. Just 2.
Awesome.
At $2.12. He's done bugger all since he kicked 9. And that changes this week. Going back to Adelaide Oval.
You know why? His cornrows are too tight.
Too
He needs
tight.
a Panadol. Apparently, they're horrendous for headaches.
So, Joel Amartey going back to Madison Square Garden on the weekend. 2 goals. He loves playing at Adelaide. He had 0 goals against the Crows when he kicked 9. 0 goals at quarter time. 4 goals in the second. 4 goals in the third. 1 goal in the fourth. Got benched.
Awesome.
If he can't kick 2, he'll kick 2 and a quarter. He'll do it
If
again.
he can't, we'll all get cornrows.
Correct.
Yes, correct.
It's just a purely a venue bet.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
Awesome. Love a venue bet.
But he's our full forward.
someone.
If we were getting $2.12 for Charlie Curnow
You
or
take
Jesse
it.
Hogan to kick 2, you take it. I know he's not those guys, but he's playing full
Jesus.
forward. He's kicking 1. If he's kicking 1, he's kicking 2.
If he's kicking 2, he might kick 3.
He might kick 9 again.
9.
That'd be awesome.
Morgs.
Please.
Next game. Do you have another leg?
No, I just want to bring up, though, last week.
Matty Roberts. What did he do?
Matty Roberts is done. But Port Adelaide plus points last week. Got 14.5 against Carlton at the Ice House.
It was the easiest bet of the week.
Dogs plus 14.5 against the Swans.
Yes.
$3.60, I said. You're not getting that anywhere else, Das. It's not financial advice, but that's just a genuine donation.
Sounds like financial advice to me.
Tune in.
All right, next game, boys. This could be one of the most anticipated games of the round. This is so much on this game. Winner may almost come into the 8. I can't believe the Hawks have won 10 of their last 12 and they're still not in the 8. Just shows how tight this competition, how far back they've come. Boys, Giants, Hawks at Manuka Oval. Jeb, who do you like?
Freezing again.
So cold,
it'll be
windy.
so cold.
Dylan Moore, 15 till the day I die. A footballer's footballer, a captain's captain, a man's man. He'd mow your lawn, drink your beer, shag your wife, and you'd still give him $100 and say thank you.
Yeah, you would.
I can't believe I wrote that joke down and you had your joke down. That's weird. He gets 15 every fucking week and nothing changes this week. Dylan Moore, 15. Absolutely love him as a footballer.
Love it.
Morgs.
Love it.
George is a big fan of him as well. Which,
Wow.
Jesus.
Our lawns look good, though.
Where'd that 100 go? Love.
Me and Leham from the Discord, we've been chatting. So
Who?
Leham.
Leham.
So we put it out into the Discord. So join on the Patreon. It's $2 a week. It's awesome. Got a great little community on the Discord.
So good.
That's a good little
They're
plug.
on the baseball today. They're
Oh,
betting on the Olympics.
Come on.
They're animals. But we put it out.
They actually are in there.
We said we want to hear from our patrons about what they want in the 100K multi. So we film on a Tuesday. We put the word out, and I got some mail from Leham, and he was awesome. So I want to thank him, and he'll love this. But give me Lockie Ash for 20 at $1.48.
Wow.
$1.48
Why?
is a premium price.
Why?
He's more reliable than a single cab Hilux. This
Yeah,
bloke.
right.
So if every car was a single cab Hilux, mechanics wouldn't exist.
they wouldn't.
They're just so reliable.
Or a Camry.
If every player was Lockie Ash, they'd have 20 touches a week. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going off. He's 100% for his last 20.
20 in a row.
Wait, what?
No, that's wrong. 20 last.
20 only
The last
4 times this year.
He's 100% for 20.
His last 5.
I reckon it's his last Baker's month.
Baker's month.
Baker's
Baker's
month.
done.
He's missed 20 only 4 times this year. Twice hit 19, once 18. So they would have been stiff legs,
Stiff
but
ass.
good
Yeah.
legs. So
Yeah.
we take that. Both teams are firing towards the end of the year. This game will be a cracker. Up the Ash, man. Lockie Ash. I had him in the multi probably a good 4 weeks in a row. So I'm happy to have him back. And $1.48 is a premium.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Lockie. Boys, I'm taking the smalls. I'm taking Binger Daniels, Nick Watson, and Ginnivan all for 1.
Ooh.
So they're pretty much, it's all about $1.30 each. So if you guys just want to load them up into your single multis, I just think they all hit.
Responsibly.
All the boys just for 1 snag. Yeah, gamble responsibly, putting that super on it. I fucking love the smalls, and I'm purely just going off form. They all kicked 2 last week.
That's there.
So just kick 1.
Just 1.
Just kick 1. They're all around $1.30, premium, unbelievable price. Fill your multis, put whatever you want on it. I love him.
You know,
Jeb.
the hard thing about Binger is there's no crumbs when Jesse Hogan's around. He just clumps
True.
them.
Old mitts.
No crumbs. So he's going to
true.
force his own goals.
It's like watching Motlop play.
Toby Green for 2 at $1.62.
Great bet.
I'm so sure Tobes is like, he's back. Like
back.
he's proper back.
Back.
Like he's on his own premiership runway where it's not AA captain, All-Australian captain, top 3 player in the comp for the season. It's top 3 player in the comp when it counts this year. Last 10 weeks. His last 5, 3 goals 2, 2 goals 1, 4 goals straight, 2 goals 1, 3 goals straight. It's just shots on goal.
That's great.
It's generating shots. It's goals. His last 5 at the Snow in Canberra where they're playing.
Wow.
2, 3, 2, 4 and 2. He's getting it right at the right time of year. He'll kick 2 on the weekend. $1.62 is awesome value.
Awesome.
I know Toves let us down for 2 a lot of times early in the year. And we've abolished him from the multi.
Yeah,
He's a star.
to.
He's going back in. He's kicking 2 for us. I believe in him on a Sunday.
So, do you think Giants can make a deep run? Because can you
Yeah, I
imagine?
do.
Because would you put it out there right now that he'll win the Gary Ayres medal?
This is actually fucked. I just had a question about the Gary Ayres medal.
About Toby?
So if someone came into your house right now and strapped a bomb to your chest and said this thing will go off at the end of his career if he hasn't won a Gary Ayres medalist.
Oh, if he hasn't won.
If he hasn't won.
So
if
he
he,
screws his whole
if he
career.
wins a Gary Ayres medalist before he retires, it doesn't go off. I would walk to Southland with that thing on with confidence.
No, Toby Green 2 was my leg. You?
Newly pyramid player Jesse Hogan for 2 does. You know, all I go off is a pyramid. It's what I sought after, Jevon, and I'll go the next month off this pyramid task. I will. My tip for Coleman, I convinced Jono Brown in Adelaide. I said, who wins the Coleman? He said, Charlie. I said, Jono, come here. Hogs
You got him in
wins.
the headlock.
I convinced him.
You did.
He's the orange Modra at the moment. That's what they're calling him up north.
Orange Modra.
The guy is just a star. I couldn't be happier he's in the form that he's in. 53 goals, only 3 behind Chuck.
53 is a bucket load of goals.
I think with Harry Mackay, it's still a good bet. Well, I'll get up in the ramble what he's paying, but I just think he is the focal point, and they're going to start. Well, other than the weekend with that handball they should have given to him, they're going to start giving him handballs to kick snags. I still think it's a good bet. He's 100% his last 5 for 2, 70% his last 10, 70% his last 20. So he's in good form for the last 20. I love the odds, the common race, team in finals contention. No mulligans here, Joe.
He was out plum on the weekend. Plum. Trapped him
hitting
for
all
Yeah.
4.
both legs.
Harvey Thomas, you see him give him a spray?
Yeah, I love that.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Give the
kick
handball,
it
though.
above him. Yeah, as I said in the pyramid, Morgs, his last 4 weeks, he's kicked 4, 4, 4, and 5.
That's fucked.
Some of those games have been in the wet,
Yeah.
everything. He just
Yeah, he
gets
loves
it done.
the wet.
He's
Clonkers.
on fire.
The orange Modra they're saying
and-
does.
Him and Toby, as soon as they start getting deep entries and constant deep entries, they just kick goals.
Do they what?
But Hawks are really good at sort of stopping entries. It's going to be a great game.
Speaking
Great
about
game.
Hawks, I've got 2 Hawks players I'm betting on right here, boys. This man's head is so goddamn big, and his haircut is so goddamn fine. John Newcomb for 20 touches at $1.17,
Shrek.
averaging 26 in his last Baker's month.
Yep.
Morgs. He's been unbelievable. And he also had 26 the last time he versed the Giants. And James Warple, I just love betting on him. So $1.15 for 20 touches his last 4 games against the Giants. 20, 24, 35, and 35.
Love it.
Yeah, it's great.
So he can get the ball. I feel these 2 midfields just almost sort of shake hands and just try and beat each other. Just first hands to it. No real tagging in this one. So
Tom Green will 100% have 30. But he was paying $1.28 for 30.
So
we
too
can't
short.
take that. He's had it 7 weeks in a row, but we can't take that. 30's too many. Our rule is if it starts with a 1, like $1.20, $1.30, we don't have him for 30.
No, you can't.
He could go off with 28 and 2, have a great game, 3
Three
Brownlow
votes, yeah.
votes, but he costs us $100K. So
That's it.
Great stuff.
Boys, next game, we've only got 2 to go. Essendon Fremantle. God, Bombers fans.
Oh,
They're going through it. They are going through
I
it.
honestly feel so
If
sorry.
Fremantle come over here, I think like they've got so much to prove here because it's like they never get to play at the G. So it's like, boys, dress rehearsal. Jev, who do you have? Essendon,
Is the
Fremantle.
Essendon edge just a cliff's edge? Like, build
Yes.
them up, have a look, jump on fans, here we go. Look at this Essendon edge. We're getting to the cliff's edge. Disappointment, miss finals,
There it
don't win
is.
another final, 7,000 days. It's like 7,200 feet above land. They have dogged it.
Dogged it.
It's like Homer going over the canyon.
Yeah, just shorts it.
On the way down, he eats some earth.
Homer's tough, man.
Oh, yeah.
He can get up with this stuff.
Homer's a dog.
Homer's a dog. Give me Caleb Sarong 25
Yes.
at $1.13. Mainstay at the 100K. Basically gets it every week. But this is the G. How's Sarong's last 4 games at the MCG,
Tell
Lewis?
me.
38, 32, 26, and 34. He's a goddamn dog
He's a
at the G.
dog.
And his last 2 against the Bombers, he's had 32 and 30.
Awesome.
So we could have easily taken him for 30 if we needed, but we're taking him for 25 at $1.13. Bosh.
Knowing all the good legs, I'm not surprised we didn't need him for 30. Some good bets here, Jeff. Give me, I reckon, debutant into the 100K. Give me Jordan Clark at 20.
Yeah.
Nice.
Been bet on before? Don't think so. Yeah, give it the applause. You know I love debutants. Pricey, I mean, he loves a debutant. Get some new blood in here, Das.
Yeah, come on.
I hopped on the Corey Wagner Express last week.
Yeah.
Boy, is that thing humming. But
You're A1.
if it wasn't for him nearly decapitating his ankle in the worst rolled ankle since the Prestige Como in 02 when he tripped on that hot dog on grand final day.
yes.
I reckon it was nearly as bad as that,
Nice.
but not as quite. But Jordan Clark's in some serious form. I would let him babysit at the moment. He's that reliable.
Yeah.
20, 28, 20, 24. Hell of a month, Das. He'll love the space on the G, which is pretty much what it's a venue bet, Jeff.
It's a venue
I
bet.
just thought
You know
Jordan
I love
Clark,
venue
G,
bets.
$20.16. Short, but I like it.
No,
$1.16,
good.
just get
short.
the tip.
It doesn't matter if it's short.
That's
It
right.
wins.
Boys,
Looks like you.
yeah. Another one. Boys, Hayden Young,
He's fat
$1.15,
and
20
redheaded.
touches. He's Lance Whitnell. I'm looking into a mirror. Last time that they versed the Bombers at the G, he had 24 touches. That's all we need to know. Hayden Young, he's usually hovers around the 20, so it's actually a little bit risky, but we said, fuck it, it's a Sunday league, and we like how he's going. Champion Data love him, don't they, Jeff?
They love him.
And this is a dress rehearsal. They want
Yes.
to come in there, if they're going to play finals, if they
Yes.
have to win a grand final, it has to be at the G. So they're like, fuck it, let's spank these
Fucking oath. Did
bastards.
you see Longmire throw the long Muir?
Longmuir?
Yeah, Muir.
You see him throw the phone?
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I
yes,
love that so
yes.
much because people think he's a bit timid, but clearly not.
Yeah,
He is
he's got
timid.
the edge.
No way.
He's timid.
Hard ass.
He loves a big run up.
Who?
Longmuir. You remember when he kicked the
kicked
winner?
the goal after the
Oh, in the
side.
long sleeves.
Yeah.
He
Awesome.
had
Quarter sleeve,
he had
yeah.
the longest run up ever and
Yeah.
just fucking
Flushovich.
Flushovich, him and Jakovic. Any other legs?
People B13116. Yes, pizza Hut, please. Can I have one really large man to kick 2 goals on Ben Mackay on the weekend? What will that be? $1.44. Take my money. Big Pizza Hut. Josh Treacy for
That's
2.
good.
He's kicked 14 in his last 5.
Awesome.
He kicked 4 in his only trip to the
Yes.
MCG this year. He's a gun. He's a really large man. You know Donald Trump real. One really large guy. His
Great
looks
man,
enormous.
big man.
That's them on the plane on the way there. Sarong just turns around. Have a look at this bloke. He's enormous.
Do you reckon we start calling Morgs a chameleon? Because I reckon Tracy looks a bit like Morgs.
You're kidding.
I reckon he does.
Treacy's a big guy. Great guy.
Hey,
We're taking Donald Trump's
fuck.
favourite player, Josh Treacy, Pizza
yes.
Hut. One really large man to kick 2 on Ben Mackay. $1.44. Take my
really?
money, Lewis.
That's fucking awesome. You made me hungry, but nothing more from me, does.
nothing more from me. Boys, the last game, this could be an upset. I'm just going to say it. Saints, Brisbane. Just Brisbane 8 on the trot. St Kilda coming out. I believe Ross Lyon came out throughout the week and said, happy to be the Grinch.
That's awesome.
Towards the
I love
back end
that.
of the
Yeah,
year. He's like,
he
fuck, let's ruin some finals
I
for
think that's
some
great.
people. So I like the way that they're playing. Like Brisbane are probably due a loss, but you just don't fucking know. But as I said, upset, like the points the other way, but Brisbane probably do get it done. Jev, who do you like St Kilda Brisbane?
Kyle Langford to kick snag in the last game.
Did that get in, did it? Yeah, I did have that.
Gonna gag
Sell it.
Fellas.
Kyle Langford. So I actually said to the boys in the pre-game that 3 weeks ago I said that Kyle Langford at any time at $1.14 is the best bet in sports. They've had 2 of the worst losses in sports.
Yeah.
Now no longer a great bet. But I think they have to rebound. On the G, Langford, if you have a look at his form before the last 2 weeks, it was a bit Pizza Hut-ish. It was 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 6, 6. So no sixes. But I still think it's a good bet. $1.14, Lang Jesus.
Sold us. Give me Wayne Carey, Cooper Sharmanator, the Sharmanator, Cooper Sharmanator for 2 goals at $2.55. Cooper Sharman, 2 goals, $2.55. How's the value of $2.55 for a bloke that's kicked 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 his last 4?
Has he actually?
He's kicked
He's
3,
unbelievable.
Fuck
2,
form line.
2, 2 his last 4. Last game of the weekend, under the lid. It'll be fucking freezing on a Sunday arvo in
boy,
there.
oh boy.
And Cooper Sharman loves it in the cold.
Rohit Sharman.
I was actually so happy. You know, on the fan cast, he did the tips.
Yeah.
And I actually said about the Saints, I'm like, Cooper Sharman loves
Yeah, you
it.
did
Prime
too.
time to come out and had a career game.
I think Bucks on the Bucks drop he was like, how's this Sharman bloke? He was just
I've
unbelievable.
been talking about him for
Bucks
a
has
week.
never heard of him.
Yeah,
No.
Bucks doesn't watch footy.
Pyramid Man, Cam Rayner, anytime, $1.33. So you know it's the only thing I go by, Das, is the pyramid. And as I said, I'll go by it for the next Baker's month. Me and Jay Cron, 011 on the Discord. So we both love this. We had a little bit of a chat. He's playing like a 2013 Emily Ratajkowski at the moment. That's the sort of form that he's
Just
in.
all year round, every year, Radikowski.
Kicked a snag in each of his last 8. Great. He's kicked one in each of the last 4 against the Saints.
Yep.
Great. I actually had a look. I thought 2 was nice. $2.70 is great value for 2, I reckon, under the ice house, in the ice house. But just the one, $1.33 for Emily Radikowski, just for one. Me and Jay Cron, 0-1-1. We love it.
Fantastic, boys. I'm just going to take Big Joe Danaher, for 2 snags at $1.47. He's averaging just a lick under 3 goals a game in his last 3 games against the Saints. Like, he's big,
sausages.
tall. Like, as you said, you could argue he's knocking on the door for Pyramid. Yeah, he's going up, clanking him, and he's happy to have a shot from wherever. As we said, he's probably 50-50 from any spot on the ground, whether it's 70 out or the top of the goal square. I just think $1.47 for a big key forward that's thereabouts has to go in, especially on a Sunday leg. Anything else?
Loves it in the fridge too.
Loman! I'll tell you who loves kicking goals. Kai Loman at home, under the lid, over in the West, against the Saints, you name it, he's kicked them. My guys kicked goals. 3 goals in 2 games at Marvel this year. Yep. 2 goals against the Saints at the Gabba. 5 snags his last 5 games of AFL. Give me Kai Loman for a snag, $1.38.
Great bet. Sound like Ron Burgundy. It's like you had question marks there. You were just questioning what you were reading.
Yeah, my notes are doggy's ass.
Couldn't believe Loman was your guy.
Loman!
Nothing for me. I just want to be at the Royal Ramble, so get a go.
Boys, Lachie Neale for 25 touches at $1.17, averaging 30.8 his last 5. The man's genuinely eyeing off a 3rd Brownlow. Like, let's not talk about like it's his.
Has he gone up catastrophically in terms of respect this year for you?
100%.
Because he has me.
Because he's gone mid-forward. Like, he's actually damaging. He's not just being an accumulator. But after round 11, he was $34 for the Brownlow. He's into $5, second favourite.
We got the Shark on next week.
It's huge.
Next week, Shark Week. He is coming in with some of the best Brownlow shit ever. We're ever going to see.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
couldn't be more excited.
All right, that is the multi, boys. Let me say, I'll read it out quickly because it's time to get in the ram. $10.19 on this to win $100,038.34. We're starting off very, very short. Nick Larkey for a snag at $1.07 into Jeremy Cameron for a snag at $1.07. Then we pretty much really get into it. Carlton, Collingwood. Charlie, we got Charlie Curnow for 3, Walsh for 25, Pendles for 20, McStay for a snag, and Owies for a snag.
Great start.
Piss on your toilet seat. Butters for 25, Roberts for 20, Morgs there he is getting an autograph. Chad Warner for 20, Amati for 2, and Mitch Georgiades for 1. Does Georgiades get read out?
Yeah, that was supposed to be you. You didn't read that.
I didn't read it out. Mitch Georgiades in there. John Newcomb for 20, Dylan Moore for 15, Warple 20, Ash 20, Toby Green 2, Guinea 1, Watson 1, Binger Daniels 1, and also Jesse Hogan for 2.
Come on.
And then we go Caleb Strong 25, Jordan Clark, Morgs' man with the retro hat, Josh Treacy for 2, Hayden Young for 20, and Langford for a snag, best bet in sports.
Lang Jesus.
Just coming back. And then we got Joe Danaher for 2, Cooper Sharma for 2, Lowman for 1, Cam Rayner for 1, and also Chucky Neal for 25. Lucky Neal.
Also Gilsey, but to not read out 2 legs on a shot, this is unforgivable.
Gilsey.
So we apologise for that. We need to be better. And we will.
Just quickly looking back over the multi.
Yeah.
If we had our time again, all bigger balls, we hate losing Saturday. But I'd go Larky 2, Dan Rioli 20 in that game. Maybe make Sharman 1. And I'd think Jeremy Cameron 2, Tom Stewart 25,
30.
make a Marty 1.
Yeah. I'm with you. But
Now, Roberts 35.
as we've spoken about before, though, Jeff, you can't have a shot at goal unless you're inside 50 or near.
Exactly.
So you just have to get.
We got to get to Sunday.
Right.
It starts Sunday. GWS Hawthorn is where it starts.
You know what we're getting to?
I can't believe there's 3 Friday night games.
It's
7 Friday night. Oh, it's
time
Ramble
for the
o'clock.
Ramble.
Thank God. Let me
I
ramble.
can't believe it's this late.
Yes, you can. Enjoy it.
No, I just want to know if you guys are ready for this heat that we're about to put down. Get ready. Bulldogs, Melbourne, in the Ice House. 7:15 start, which is nice.
That is nice.
I have to give this bet out. I'm not on the show next week. Shark's on the show with the Brownlow. You're doing stock market. I'm getting 50 to 1 right now for Lachie Neale Brownlow into Western Bulldogs to win the flag.
Nice.
You get 9 to 1 for the Dogs. You're getting 5 to 1 for Lachie Neale. This is the last weekend you're going to get that price for both of them. I have to say it. 50 to 1. There's a world where the Dogs finish top 4 from here.
Yeah,
they only just got into the 8. And they've got to run to get them finishing 4th. If they get a double chance with their spine, Lobb, Jones, Bont, English, Norton, Jamara, Sam Darcy, Adam Treloar, Libba, Richards, Bailey Dale, all this talent they put on the park. If they get a double chance, they can fucking win it. And Lachie Neale's probably going to win the Brownlow.
I couldn't love that anymore. Would it be fair to say that somehow Bevo's done it again? You've spoken about it all year, Jeff, about the talent they put on the park. Somehow they've found their way in to be a very similar team to the 2016.
100%.
So they underachieved for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Now they've turned it around.
They're the Dubs.
They're the people's team again.
Remember, if they lost to Richmond on the G that night, Bevo was getting fired
Yep.
that night.
It was bad.
And now they're like 4th premiership favourites.
That's why I
would hate to play.
That's
Oh,
why I
you
just
would.
love. So now, if your team's back the Swans now. They're one big win away. These teams just outside to then getting catapulted back up in.
There's a, yeah. We're rambling. Dogs.
Yeah,
Is this
we're
under the lid or MCG?
Under the lid. So Dogs always win. It's like
Bond.
It's like when you look at the Patriots and Dolphins.
Yeah.
When they play, it's like whoever's home, they just get the win.
Bond for Snags and 20.
Do you want me to tell you what he plays?
Yeah.
So we're giving Melbourne no chance.
No, I don't mind the primetime underdogs. You've got to give them a chance.
Well, the line's 22.5. What would you take?
I think
Melbourne
I think that's too many points, but
Primetime underdog. Yeah.
I have to take, just for the integrity of the they're 80% on the year, Friday night, which
Actually,
is
you
fuck.
want to know why? When did the Dogs play? Sunday,
Yeah.
3:20. Now they're playing the Friday night game. Killed the Blues last
Yeah,
week. They
did.
were out of legs in the second half. But
And Melbourne were actually pretty good for most of the game
Melbourne were really
defensively,
good.
weren't they?
they smashed the Swans though. The Dogs.
they did. They
So
did.
the 22.5 is bang on. I think we have to go Melbourne, but add a couple of extra points. But Bont kicks a snag, basically, is what I'm trying
So
to say.
That's fair enough.
Bont just kicks
Well
one.
said.
Jamara kicks a couple.
Yeah,
Wait, didn't he kick 5 against him one Friday night?
Yes, 6. So 6 goals, $23. Just
That's
because
short.
yeah. Cody Waitman for 5 goals is 16, which is so short. This is fucked.
It's all right, Das. We've got 2 games.
There we go. Sam Darcy, 6 goals, $91.
He's not kicking 6.
No, he's not. I do like Bond for 5.
No, well,
though.
this is where the Swans got it wrong. They're playing Lever, May, and Tomlinson down there. We played McCartan and then Malakit that got injured. We were too short against the Dogs. You can't be short against
Here we
them.
go. Bont plays the Petrarca game against the Blues. For some reason, he just goes
Kicks
down there.
5.
5 goals, $41.
100% he could.
$41.
I don't mind it.
Fuck
Or
it.
like Libba, Trelaw,
Libby,
Bont,
you can only get for one,
Richards,
360.
anytime. They all kick one.
Oh, that's really nice. 360
Libba
is really
for one,
nice.
360. There's a good
Head in
lead.
the onion. All right, that is that game.
game.
Riley West also 2 goals, 235.
Great bet.
Do you just get kissed on the dick for games? Like, there's so many games that actually mean you were not used to this.
All the time.
Did you say Ed Richards for a
awesome.
stag?
Yeah.
$1.94.
Yep.
Fuck, there's some good value there.
The Dogs just clean up on the markets.
This we get a couple games every year, which is just multi-center. Get everyone for 20 that you like, couple for 25.
I'm pretty sure Clayton Oliver, you keep going. Clayton
we-
Oliver's done some damage against the Dogs in the past.
Are we saying Melbourne can't win?
Oh, I think they can win.
It's just interesting. You know, I love the ladder, Das.
Remember when they lost by like 5 points 2 years ago?
Melbourne are on 40 points. Footscray are on 44. So here we are talking about Western Bulldogs to win the flag into Lockie Neal. They're only a game behind. You would not want to play an in-form Melbourne. If they happen to win 3 out of the last 4, you wouldn't want to play them on the G first.
I'd love to play the D's. If the D's had to come to Sydney and play the Swans.
How much
form
would
the
you
Swans are in.
How much would you hate if if the Dogs finished 4th? You got to play the Dogs.
Terrified.
You'd hate it.
Terrified.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then fucking like, it's like, yeah, Carlton the week after or GWS the week after. It's a Sydney derby.
The finals are going to be
Oh, it's
fucking
It's
awesome.
fucked.
All right,
We're
next
gonna
game.
start saying
I've got one for you to ask.
Here we go.
This is my form against the Bulldogs my last 6 or 7. 35, 33, 28, 32, 33, 38 and 33. That's Clayton Oliver against the Dogs. We're getting $4.25 for 30 and $12 for 35. Can you see us
it's worth
doing the roast and be like,
Yeah.
Clayton Oliver at 35, oh, he paid $12
Why
for
didn't we have
35.
that?
Why didn't we have
100%.
that? I think you have to have that $4.25 for
Just a
30.
dribble.
There's no point, like 25 is $1.90, or $1.90 is pretty good for a multi.
It is nice.
Sprinkle. If you think of a $12 multi, $5 on him for 35. Why
The
not?
problem is, look at his form, 18. Like 18. There's a 14 in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. That they were just against the Dogs. That's the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
35, 33, 28, 33, 38.
He pongs right now.
And the next game, boys, West Coast, Gold Coast. This one's been buried at 8:10, 8:30. Sorry.
At least it's staggered though.
Yeah.
Can we stagger the games?
I usually don't make it to quarter time on a Friday night in the late Perth game. I am buggered.
the old late Perth
8:30
game.
Friday. I reckon Harley Reid is going to go off.
I've got a fucking one for you here, Jeff.
Go for it.
So I was thinking
no.
the same thing. So you know he had 29 last week.
29 last week. He hasn't kicked a goal in a couple of weeks.
For 30 touches, it's 625.
What about a snag?
I was going to say, what about 2 snags?
Yeah, I like 25 and 2. rather than 30.
I will take 2 individually as well. No, wait, where is he? 35 individually, I meant to say. Sorry, I'm retarded. 2 goals, $5.60. 3 goals, $19.
I like two. We're taking. It's like this is a $5 multi. We're taking Clary for 30. Who'd we like for snags?
This may sound so stupid coming through the microphone, but for some reason...
More than like the last hour?
I look at this and I've seen him do it. I swear he's done it to West Coast before, but Matt Rao for 3 goals at $29.
No, he did in that fucking first game.
$29 for 3 goals. You've heard it.
I'll give you 39. Give me your cash. I'll give you 39 to 1.
I'll put $2 on it.
$2. The easiest 2 of my life.
Give him 2 now.
A couple of dinnies.
That'd be nice. If I get
A couple of Doveton apples.
Here we go. Clary 30.
Centrelink oysters.
That's good. Clary 30.
Mentone mangoes.
Bont 2.
It's good.
Harley Reid 25. Harley Reid 2. What do you reckon that multi-pays?
Oh, it'd be an infinity.
80 to 1. 80 to 1.
You had the mud missile in there for 2.
You know that set for life? That's what happens. You get $100,000 a week.
Oh, this show is doggy's guts. 100K versus the bookies. 100K versus the bookies. What is your favourite line? You are on fire with the line. What is your favourite line?
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
There's one that stands out to me like dogs, onions. I want to see if you pick it. You go as well as us. I've looked it over. It stands out like dogs, onions.
Is it Carlton minus 12.5?
That doesn't stand out to me.
Is that the line?
Is
that the line?
I think it plays Collingwood in Pendle's 400.
With a couple more points? Like
it's Pendle's 400. Like
we always go 1-on-1.
I kind of agree.
No, but that's not the one. There's one that just stands out.
Is it Freo minus 9.5?
I love that. I think Freo's certainties. I wouldn't take the 9.5.
These are the Swans?
No, it's not the Swans.
The Hawks? Because I like the Hawks. I like the plus points.
It's not a bad line.
I'll tell you one that stands out for me.
North?
$1.31 Geelong head-to-head.
Adelaide get off the bus 15 points down at GMHBA Stadium.
Yes.
They lost to the Cats by about 25 at Adelaide Oval round 2 this year, and they were 12.5-point favourites that night. Friday night footy, remember that?
Friday night footy.
Now Geelong are getting 21.5 points at GMHBA Stadium. They pumped the Hawks a couple of weeks ago. Adelaide have packed it in. They just lost by 70 points. There is no way they go to GMHBA Stadium and cover 21.5 points. No. Not a hope in hell. That is the line of the year. Geelong minus 21.5.
We've found a better line than that, haven't we?
No, that's
a good line. But what was one we had the other week? It was fun.
I like North minus 7. You can't take North.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Since when are we swallowing points with North?
Yeah.
Remember when Zerha kicked 5?
They've both won 2 games this year, and you're telling me we're swallowing points? But Richmond are cheeks.
Zerha just signed a contract. Remember he kicked 6 last time. $61.
He hasn't kicked a goal in a month.
That's why. He just signed a contract.
He was sore hand.
I reckon that's why he said to his agent,
here we go. Paul Curtis for 6, $71.
That's the bet. That's probably the best line of the year.
Nah, Geelong, and you're taking legit Close, Jez, Neil, Stengel, all for 2, and Henry.
Here's a question.
Here we go.
Leave it in the comments. Your life depended on it this week.
$1,000.
For one small forward to kick a goal in the comp.
Stengel.
Yeah, I'd be close.
Like
at GMHBA.
You'd be close to betting on Stengel, or
no? I'd be close to having my super on Brad Close.
At GMHBA, just kicks one, like it.
I think that's more certain than Stengel.
Does Cozzy
kicks
one? Remember when Cozzy was on fire against the Dogs and he nearly killed Bailey Smith?
Oh, yeah.
He nearly killed Bailey Smith.
He just said
a cannonball. Who's a small...
Here
we go. Tell me the losing leg. Waitman won, Cozzy won, Rojas Jr. won.
There we go. Now
on Friday night.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Paul Curtis won.
Yes.
Brad Close, Tyson Stengel won.
Awesome. Is Stengel definitely playing?
Bobby Hill, Matt Owies won. Who's the small? Willie Rioli. I don't know who the Swan small forward is. Maybe Isaac Heaney this week. Binger, Wiz, Ginnivan. Essendon, I wouldn't trust a small forward.
Stringer.
Freo would just be Tracy.
Are you putting this on, or are you just...
No, I'm just saying it now.
They're all good legs, though.
Loman, Rayner, Jack Higgins.
This is a multi. You know, people remember Pork used to put on the multi. Just get every basketball player just for 1-3.
Yeah.
Let's get all the smalls just for 1. All the ones you like. The biggest one wins a prize. Send it in.
There'll be some entries there.
I'll start putting on. You guys wrap this show up.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Let's wrap it up.
Next week, the Shark is finally on. So we haven't had him in about 6 or 7 weeks. So he's got his Brownlow leaderboard. And Das, we said we weren't going to announce it, but fuck it.
If anyone's still listening, you get the first exclusive.
Sunday roast. No Jev.
No Jev.
He's away for a week. A well-earned rest.
Tanning.
Thinking of some takes. It's going to be... I'll fill in. I'll just play. I'll be the Chris Paul.
Yes.
Not a lot of scoring from me, but just passing. Yourself?
Yep. Who else do we have on?
Oh, are you sure you're going to announce it?
Yeah, well, we
doesn't fall
decided.
through.
Well, we said that.
If
but
it falls through, we'll fuck
it. falls through. But right now, he said he's it. He said it'll be cooked on the couch. Myself, Das, Backchat's very own, Will Schofield.
Nice.
Let's go, man.
So we just said to him, just shoot from the hip. We'll set him up. We want a Sunday roast. We want to roast the losers and celebrate the winners, and that's what we're going to do. Jev, you're not here next week. Hey, thanks for your
Enjoy
efforts.
Bali,
Honestly,
mate.
you guys replacing me with Will Schofield is a fucking upgrade. I was getting stale on the roast. Dead set stale. Sick of seeing the Swans lose. I was stale.
So, yeah, no, thanks for your efforts, Jev.
Well done, Jeff.
Thanks.
We'll wrap this up, I reckon.
The,
Maltese cheeks, Jeff.
no, it's cool. You'll love it.
I will love it. It's the
You
Smalls.
idiot. Here he comes.
Blues by 26. Not confident in it.
I just want to see the Swans fucking win. We've lost 4 of the last 5. Just win. I can't say it's winning. Swans by 7 points in a thriller.
Chili. The Coliseum, baby. Back ribs.
Oh, Joel Marty to kick 11.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.